Hi there and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Stein and this is the YouTube channel Arctic Stride. This is the race recap. Before we dive into the lessons learned, I just have to give a huge shout out to the event organizers. This was a true professionalism, good communication before the race and in the race. Of course, were really good marked and I was confident the whole way. Aid stations had a good selection of food, drinks, and of course the cheers from the aid station were appreciated. So let's now look into what went well. Going over to foot protection, I did use these trail gaiters from Ultra to protect from any debris into my shoes. It was a really wet day and we went into all this type of muddy terrain. So if we look at this trail gaiter, it's really easy to put on your shoe and it has this Velcro, so it's easy to install. So my sock of choice during the race was this Ride socks, and I've used them for maybe 1 year, so holding up really well. I have some different types. When I started using these socks, I never had any trouble with blisters, any friction or moisture or heat. Of course, you can also use the link below in this video to actually get yourself a pair of them. So going into the mental toughness of the race, I think this is much up to what you just have learned from previous races. I enjoy the harsh conditions with the weather and just made being in the mountains a more true experience. Now let's look into what we can improve on next time. So let's go over to shoe traction. I used the Asics Trabaco Max 2, that's a mouthful, and these shoes have been amazing for me during my training block. They have been really good. So Asics doesn't use Vibram grip, they use their own Asic grip, which has been holding up really well, and they also have good amount of lugs. The wide toe box on these shoes, they fit my wide feet very well. Still continue to run in this shoe. It's been holding up really well. But during the race, of course, this type of traction was not enough, and using a max cushion shoe in all the rocks that we had to go through, I don't think it was a smart choice. I should have gone for a lower profile shoe. I did fail many times, but it was mostly because it was so slippery. So regarding shoe traction, this is a shoe from VJ. This is a brand from Finland. I will also cover this shoe in another review. This is the iRock Plus edition for those with a wider foot, about 5.5 millimeters of lugs. And this is pretty much true to size, I would say. I've tested this for just 2 short runs and maybe been a better shoe for the environment at that time. I should have also considered to have some new shoes ready at the aid station at Stranda. Speaking of that elevation, I was definitely not ready. I was definitely not the goat that I wanted to be, and my legs after 25k actually were completely done. Also, so at the stage of 25k, I started to also get a bit stressed because it was getting closer to cutoff time, and when you look at your watch, the time goes incredibly fast. Then I could see that I was going to achieve the cutoff time, and then the last hill section came, and eventually I understood that my legs were not holding up. Gear that could have maybe helped me. Given the steep hills and the challenging terrain, I might think that running poles could have helped me a bit. Taking away some of the strains of the legs. You need to train with running poles, and this is something we might come back to in another video. So going back to the race, having a more specific training plan would of course help me. So every race is a learning experience, and I'm really happy that I completed a run. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe and I will upload more videos. So the next video will be the review of the iRock Plus from VJ, and I'm looking forward to see you again.